The problem is, you have to play pretty much not a perfect game, but real close on the defensive end of the floor. And that's what killed us. We did a great job the first 10 minutes at the offensive end, but then we just had absolute breakdowns. Even though we kept scoring, they're hitting threes by their best three-point shooter. They're wide open. We lost them in transition, and even though we're up 4 at times and up 6, we could have been up 12, but we just kept trading baskets with them, and you can't do that. I mean, they're too good of an offensive team, and that's something we talked about this week, was you've got to make them make contested shots. And unfortunately there in the first 10 minutes, we gave them a lot of uncontested shots, which they make.
Seemed like you got some good stops, and then once you got the stop, they got the rebound. That happened quite a bit.
Quite a bit. I mean, I think we give up 19 offensive rebounds. We're down 12 at the half, and they had 12 second chance points at the half. I think we ended up giving them, 15 second chance points or 18. What's that say, guys? 15. So in the second half, they got some offensive rebounds, but did not convert. If you're going to give them up, you can't allow them to score. We got some really good stops, and then just could not come up with a rebound. And this is a team that we had talked about. When a shot goes up, you got to put a body on somebody. Everybody does, because they team a rebound at the offensive end.
You wanted the atmosphere, you wanted the crowd, and you got a pretty good one.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, the fans were great. Really appreciate everybody that came out today. Unfortunately, we didn't put together a 40-minute game, and that's what you have to do with this team. I thought we did a great job the first 10 minutes of spreading them out, driving it. If it wasn't there, we kicked or drove it out, then passed it, drove it again. Their team, they don't foul a bunch, so when you drive on them, they're going to have to help. So when the help comes, you can't try to force up shots in the paint because they're so big. But then what you got to do is kick to the open player. And we missed several open teammates on the drive, which we'll show them in film. Because against them, you're not going to get a bunch of baskets in the paint. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, so you're going to have to be able to make 8 to 15-foot jumpers for your post players, and your guards are going to have to knock down open threes.
Gino said that if the NCAA sends him back here and doesn't give you a 1 seed, they've spent time in the bourbon bar. Do you feel like you still deserve a 1 seed?
Well, I'm not so much concerned about the 1 seed. I mean, we need to do our job. We're going to have to get to the conference championship and hopefully, beat them. But it's going to come down to whatever the NCAA decides. I mean, as coaches years ago, I think we're the ones that voted on the geography over the true seeding in the NCAA tournament. But when you look at it, I mean, I know my geography's okay, but I don't think people are going to drive from Stores to Louisville instead of going from Stores to Lincoln. I mean, if you're trying to make it a true NCAA tournament field in a true bracket, which is what I'm hoping our game can get to, because that's what it should be. Because I think we're still fighting for a 1 seed. But if we don't, I think we're awfully high too. So would UConn come here? Who knows? But if the NCAA sticks with what has been done in the past, then there's a good chance that they'll come here. And hey, if we've got to hopefully play them a 4th time to go to a Final Four, I'd rather play them here.